continuing our conversation on the speech of a Native American chief named Seattle. But why should I mourn at the ultimately fate of my people? Tribe follows tribe, and nation follows nation. Like the waves of the sea, it is the order of nature, and regret is useless. Your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. For even the white man, whose God walked and talked with him as friend with friend, cannot be exempt from the common destiny. We may be brothers, after all. We'll see. So when he says, nation follows nation, it's true. Every nation has their turn of decay on the chopping block. All throughout the history, there's a battle. Someone loses, someone wins. Time goes by, another battle. Someone loses, someone wins. It goes on and on and on and on, and it's never going to stop. And it's very prophetic because if you look today, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Diego, Richmond, Oakland, Philly, New York, New Jersey, there's so many pockets blowing up now that are full of decay. Just the fact that you can go take the BART, right? The BART system in the Bay, and you can see open drug use and no one does anything. And just the other day, I'm walking down the street and there's just homeless in the street and there's people digging through the garbage. I mean, that's decay, And America loves war. It was birthed in war, born in blood, and we have been at war. If you Google how many wars has America been involved in, and America's not even 300 years old yet, you'd be like, wow, they really love war. And war is funded through taxes, and our military budget is the largest in the world, the largest that has ever been, yet we are neglecting our infrastructure. We're not using taxes to help our people, to have social safety net programs, and now people wanted that social safety net to even be less. In Native American culture, homelessness was not a thing. You were with your people, your tribe. Your tribe. Think about that word. These are your people. You're not going to let someone with one leg just starve to death. You're going to help them out. Oh, that person's a little cuckoo, little crazy. Well, they can help pick berries or something to help out. But we're not just going to walk past them and walk over them. Today, in the major cities, you see the crazy person, they might attack you. People are like, oh, you gotta stay away. And in some places, there's even laws on the books that don't let you feed the homeless. So, it's very prophetic with what the chief says about everyone will have their turn of decay, and the white man, meaning America, the people who supported and act in that way to push those political policies back then and today, we all have it, right? He said tribe follows tribe, which, yes, Native American tribes, they didn't get together, they didn't stand united, many of them. Some of them tried and it didn't work, but either way, each one faded out. Today you have rural America versus the city America fighting. You have giant divides coming in the United States of all around different political subjects. We are not truly united. But then many would argue we've never really been truly united. So it's very prophetic, his words, when you really stop to think about it. He continues, and when the last red man shall have perished, and the memory of my tribe shall have become a myth among the white men, these shores will swarm with the invisible dead of my tribe. And when your children's children think themselves alone in the field, store, the shop, upon the highway, or in the silence of the pathless woods, they will not be alone. In all the earth there is no place dedicated to solitude. At night, when the streets of your cities and villages are silent and you think them deserted, they will throng with the returning hosts that once filled them and still love this beautiful land. The white man will never be alone. Let him be just and deal kindly with my people, For the dead are not powerless. Dead, did I say? There is no death, only a change of worlds. Remember what I told you about how they believed, the Native American Indians, that your ancestors dwelled within the land? They could speak to you, guide you. That's what he's pointing out, is that even if all the Native Americans are completely massacred, most of them are, there's not that many left, they will still hang out in the land. They love the land, is what he's saying. He's saying the colonizers could never truly love the land because of how they disrespect it. The people who were here before the colonizers came will love the land like no other, and they will never leave. It's a beautiful, beautiful thought. It's depressing when you think about it. And if you haven't read the atrocities that the white man did to the red man, you should. We don't really talk about it a lot in school. People don't want to acknowledge. The victor doesn't ever want to humanize those whom they killed. This has been a very common thought amongst militarized societies. You don't really want your citizens who you need to go kill the other people to feel any sympathy for those whom they are killing. So it's dark and it's sad. Really made me think. There's more in the speech. I can't share everything with you because it's not too long, but it is intense. So if you haven't read anything of Chief Seattle, you can always do a quick Google search or a quick other YouTube video besides mine, or go to your local library, check out what he has to say. Learn about another culture. Learn about, a chief is like a king in that he's the leader. So the leader of a people who's dying gave us a speech that survived. He wants us to remember, and so I'm doing my duty, someone who's part native, doing my duty to keep that memory alive. Keep it in the zeitgeist, keep it in our consciousness, and may we never forget.